we don't get told enough, thank you. We don't get told enough that it's okay if you fail today, if you don't feel like, if you have an off week, that's okay.
If you are who you are, and if she likes you for who you are, that's enough.
Focus on what you want. Enjoy the moment. Be grateful with what you have, right? There's always going to be somebody that looks better.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Two Generations D with Elkin and Elkin.
Yes, sir. Welcome back. Episode 2, baby. Excited to be here again.
Thanks you guys for tuning in again. Second episode. We're back.
What's up? Dab it up, baby.
Now what's going on?
Let's go. Eagles win. Let's go. Great weekend.
4-0, 4-0. Couldn't hit 5-0.
4-0.
We are unstoppable. Speak of Eagles, I mentioned in the last podcast about the helmet. This is the helmet right here.
Okay.
It's got 1995 tagged on the inside. It's a little beat up, but you would imagine being from that time. But this is it.
That's the originator.
This is the originator. This is what made me who I am today.
Ooh, I had a Cuban coffee shot. I think that shit is kicking in right now.
Yeah?
I'm about to be on fire. I'm on fire.
Mine wore off, but I'll go based off your energy.
Yeah. You got to pump it up. We got to pump it up.
So this weekend was full of events for us.
Oh, right? Yeah, for sure. What do we have? Well, we
were at my house.
Saturday during the day, we were at Junior's house, building a massive pergola.
Yeah, that was quite the experience.
It was, it almost came crashing down on us once we had it all up and assembled.
That would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
But luckily, we're all good.
It's not your regular Costco pergola. This is like 6x6,
110 pieces, 110-pound piece of wood.
And we have 4 of them above our heads, so they almost came crashing down. But it's all good, God's always looking over us, so we're good. We're good to that. Hey, man, we got to cheers. Absolutely, we got to cheers. So another cheers, episode 2.
Yep.
2 Generations D with Elkin and Elkin. Ooh.
Good. Today we're drinking Glen 18. This is honestly just as smooth as an accountant. It's pretty good.
We can't be announcing any names until we get some sponsorship money or something.
So we'll let that one slide. So tell me, you told me you got some positive feedback. You went out to dinner.
Oh my God. Yes. So Saturday night we went out to Claw in Miami.
Okay.
I have never been there personally, but it's a rooftop bar, restaurant at the same time.
Was it overlooking city, the water?
It's overlooking the water. Great, phenomenal view. Man, it was amazing. It was an amazing time catching up with a lot of friends. It was Kyle's 50th birthday. Shout out to Callisto. It was an amazing time. But, fast forward to what you're saying was we were there, and somewhere along the line, somewhere along the night, the topic came up, 2 Generations D. And man, I was excited. I wish you were there. You know what I mean? Because the feedback that I received and how they were identifying and connecting with us, my brother, we onto something. So
that's good news.
So it's good. It's good to hear it back from these people, and they're all honest. So it was good, man. I really wish you were there to be able to hear it firsthand, because hearing it from me is one thing, I'm coming with the bias, right? So I'm like, hey, but it was good. It was good. Thank you for all the love, for all the support. I know a few people requested to be on. Again, we're working out the kinks. We're trying to get better at this as we go,
It's not as easy as you may think, speaking in front of, even though it's just us two here, but speaking in front of a camera is still kind of new to us.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, right? So you think that we're just having conversation, but at the same time, it's like Elkin said, when you have a camera pointing at you, it's a little different dynamic, even though we're still the same people and we're still going to say the same shit. We're still going to deliver the same stuff. It's a little bit different. So bear with us. We're working out the kinks. We are looking to have our first guest at the next episode. So we'll put it all together.
For sure. It's good to know we got positive feedback. People are loving what we're doing, and even only one episode in. So it definitely feels good to get that feedback that we honestly, like I said, we didn't know what we were really kind of getting into starting the podcast. And we knew what we wanted to do, but how off the jump it just was like, wow, you guys are doing this, and a lot of comments, it's just
fun. Yeah. And also we want to be unscripted.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to follow a script per se.
Right.
We do have some topics that we would like to touch, but during the process, we might forget some of them shits, or we might not even touch it. But at the end of the day, it's fantastic. It's us. We're doing what we do, and stay tuned. Give us the love. Where can they find us, big dog?
Find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at 2 Generations D. Show us some love. We're posting content. It won't just be, we try to make little funny videos on there too, trying to make it, not boring, and just, stick with us along this ride, and it's gonna get good.
Grow with us, for sure. If you grow with us, we grow with you, right? It's the only way we can make it happen. But again, yeah, it was fantastic. So let's get this thing started, man.
I'm loving the fit today. You're repping Colombia. I like that.
Colombia. My soccer team right here. I got the shattered backboards, the match. Okay. Coincidentally enough, they match the same colors of our of Generation D. So yeah, man, what you got on today?
Today I got on Travis Scott, Median Olives. Cool, to match my green. My team repping
with the Philly
hat. This is directly from Mitchell S. in Philly, so I'm really Phillied out today.
Okay. Speaking of Philly, happy Spanish Heritage Month.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Latinos, baby. Spanish.
One, baby.
And then with that said, that leads us on to what's up with Bad Bunny being announced as the halftime 26. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? How do you feel about that? That's more of our cultural thing, but is it also a Hispanic heritage thing right now? You know what I mean? So how do you feel about that?
I think it's amazing. Mm-hmm. Having Bad Bunny, who's arguably the hottest artist right now for Spanish culture, to perform in the Super Bowl is, you look back to the prior halftime shows, he's been in some of them, but hasn't been his show, So I think to have him in the show is super big for Hispanic culture, for sure.
Okay, so but there's also been some pushback, right? So
yeah,
some people not going to get into politics, but there's been some pushbacks because Bad Bunny's not the biggest fan of President Trump, right? And he's also mentioned that he won't perform here in the United States because of the ICE situation and so on. And he wouldn't be back. But he's coming back for the Super Bowl. Things that make you go, back in the day before you were born, there was this guy, his name was Arsenio Hall. Mm-hmm. Okay. And he would have a show on, a late night comedy show. And he would say things that make you go, So Bad Bunny's coming back for the Super Bowl. Let's see what the show brings. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But it does come with some hesitation and some negative feedback. Oh, because he also only sings in Spanish.
Right. And to that point, it's, I think, he only speaks Spanish, but I've gone out to places where he'll come on and you see, the white girls from Kentucky singing their heart out to his songs. So I was like, he may only speak Spanish, but it's the energy that he brings, and how he makes you feel, whether you're at home or at the club, it's, right. I think it'll be good for the halftime show.
Either way, let's embrace it all love, right? It's all love. And, absolutely, let's spread love, not hate. So, see what Bad Bunny brings to the table. I just hope he kills it. I hope he drives it home. Last year's halftime Super Bowl was whack. Didn't like it.
Definitely
Garbage. Garbage.
garbage.
Garbage. Basura. Boom, hit the league. But let's see what he's going to bring to the table and so on. So, you know,
It's all love, though.
it's all love. It's all love. Yeah.
It's all love. You gotta keep the love in the air. You never can't have all this bad energy. We don't want it. We don't want this bad energy.
Right, right. What's up with how is it that your generation versus my generation, which I consider me to be like a hip guy, right? You
You're
know,
definitely hit. I mean, you're a certain age. I want to say, right?
yeah, don't say my shit up.
But you're
I'm
young.
52.
You're young, obviously, right? And you can still relate to kind of what's going on in the world, the new trends. You got freaking shutter backwards on. I don't know. Find me. Not that they don't exist, but some of my friends' parents are wearing shutter backwards and looking at us fly.
Right. Oh, I appreciate that. I always been pretty in touch with fashion and music. But yeah, for sure. How do you manage social media
I manage social media.
in your world? How does that play in your world, right? So,
So,
we're speaking of me being hip and so on, but how do you manage social media in your relationship? And how do you manage social media? Is it a good thing, a bad thing? What's the good and the bad? You're about to have a daughter, right? How's that going to track? It's a lot of stuff going on.
for sure. I mean, each one of those questions you asked me has a different.
That's like a whole different episode.
Exactly. But I'll kind of touch on them kind of quick.
Mhm.
In a relationship, my opinion, I look at it as if people are always posting what they're doing, talking about couples, are they really that happy, or are they just posting that they're happy? I feel that you don't have to post everything that you do. You don't have to say, yo, I'm here, or I'm rocking this, I'm wearing this. I'm more of a low key kind of guy.
That you are.
So I don't post on social media often. When I do, I'll post a little dump here and there just to show some stuff, but nothing crazy. So as for a relationship, it could kind of be like, I've heard, some friends that they go through this thing where their significant other may see, oh, these people are always going out and this and that. Why don't we do that? So it's different for everyone. Right. But it could be bad in some ways. Now for my daughter, man, that's a complete different thing. That's like,
Right.
I don't even want to think about that right now, but it will be a conversation at some point. But now it's just, oh, this is what you have to look like. Right. If you don't have this type of body, you won't be attracted by men, or all that stuff. So it's just,
you definitely, I think it starts at home, right? It starts at home. You got to build strong people, mentally strong, because the social media, they will break you down. I just had deja vu. It's fucking crazy. I just had deja vu right now.
This exact moment?
This exact moment. Wow, that was crazy. So you definitely got to be strong minded these days, and
define strong-minded.
Strong-minded is it's hard to say, right? So you really have to be comfortable in your skin. You got to be comfortable who you are. You got to love yourself. And one word that I don't think it's used a lot in today's world is be grateful. Being grateful. Excuse me. You got to be grateful for what you have. Don't focus on what others have. Don't focus on what you want. Enjoy the moment. Be grateful with what you have, right? There's always going to be somebody that looks better. There's always going to be somebody that's better at you at something. There's always going to be somebody that's going to make more than you. That's got more than you. That's got more cars, whatever you guys want to call it. But you got to be grateful. You got to take a moment and slow down and It's blood and roses, man. It's blood and roses because many of us are denied that opportunity. That's why if you guys follow me on social media, I have this tree that I have named the Tree of Life at my house, just an oak tree. And man, every morning when I get out there to have my coffee and I just look at that tree, breathe my little prayers, and I'm just grateful, and after that, send me to war, send me out there to go out there and do what I do, whether it means building relationships, whether it means coming in here and recording a podcast, whatever it is in that day. But I already have one before I left my home. I already have one. Notice I say my home. I don't say my house. Everybody can have a house. Not everyone gets to have a home. Okay? Yeah, deep, baby. We're going 2 generations deep. So you gotta work on building a home. A home is it's a place of love, a place of peace, a place of tranquility, a place of safeness. You feel you feel safe and all that. So yeah, definitely social media can be that. Um, you know, speaking of social media, right? And speaking of Saturday night, um, men, my man, all my men out there, you are not alone, right? We carry a lot of pressure. Um, we need a lot of support amongst each other. Um, I mean, Saturday night,
It was that.
it was that.
It was that.
It was a bunch of men giving me the support that I needed. A few of them, 2 of them, pulled me aside, share some deep moments in their lives, and we're going to talk about that. They're going to talk about that, and we're going to help them, and we're going to get them to where they be, and get them to where they need to be. So, men carry a lot, right? We leave our home. We're the, a lot of cases. You're the man. You're supposed to be the breadwinner. You're supposed to be the one to carry all responsibility. You're the one that's supposed to be making all the decisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the one who's supposed to be making sure your family's taken care of. You're the one who's supposed to be making sure that you have enough to move forward. So you carry a lot of responsibilities. I think that we don't get told enough. Thank you. We don't get told enough that it's okay if you fail today, if you don't feel like, if you have an off week, that's okay. This is why, going back to episode 1, when you said, or we discussed, one of the most important things is one of the most important decisions you make is buying a home. And I said, and the most important one is who you marry.
Yeah.
It's because of that. You're supposed to have that queen that picks you up, that understands that even Superman has a kryptonite, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah, every man has good days and bad days, like any other man or any human for that matter.
Yeah.
It's, as a man, it doesn't make you less of a man to call somebody and seek to vent or to express your feelings, or check in on your boys and see how they're doing. It's not always it's not always just, oh, they look good on social media, oh, they're doing fine. No, check in. How you doing, brother?
Right.
It's a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on, and they're just looking for that one person to say, how are you really doing? If they can, they'll tell you. If they don't, that's on them. But you shouldn't feel less of a man if you express yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
So
definitely gotta look out for our fellow men out there.
So just know that you guys got a platform that you can lean on. You got us to call. We'll be down for coffee. We'll be down for a nice steak. A little bit of whiskey. I mean, I don't know.
Steak and whiskey.
No, but yes, all jokes aside, men need support. I know you go online and you see all these social media gurus all pumped up, jacked up. Yeah, man should never cry, man, this, man, that. Bullshit. Those guys are crying behind closed doors. Those guys got a lot of pressure on them. Those guys have to sell you the next course. You got to buy the next course from those guys because they're full of shit. You understand that? So at the end of the day,
It's not how you really feel.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, it's just be real, man. Be real. I'm tired of all that fakeness out there, and it's time that we come out here and to let them know that it's real, man. It's real. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. No, don't fall for this social media bullshit that you got to make X amount of dollars to be a man, or you got to be able to buy your girl this bag, that bag, give her this car, that bullshit. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter. If your girl loves you, she loves you for you.
Mm.
That's why, like you said, it is really important who you marry,
Who you
who
marry.
you build a family with, who you start your foundation with. That's exactly what it is, the foundation.
That is deep.
Real deep.
Hey, so speaking of who you marry, how is it dating today compared to how I did? I think we had the best dating shit.
I can't talk on how your dating was in your time.
You guys
But-
send a DM. Hey, I see your picture online. You look good. Do you want to inbox me, whatever the hell you guys call it? Come on, bro. Come on, man.
And that's society now.
Man,
That's society now. Some people can't go up to people at a bar and say, "Wow, let me have this conversation with them, buy you a drink." So
but that's also because women have changed the game too, right?
Oh, for sure.
They got all this pressure on these men. They're like, oh shit, I can't approach that girl because she's untouchable. I saw her Instagram and she makes $250,000 a year and she drives this shit and she has this expectation. So that's also that, women are, I think, pushing that agenda on them, on men, and men are scared. But anyway, getting back to how we used to do it, bro.
Yeah, tell me how we did it down back in the day.
All right, so how far do you want me to go back? In school, you would write little love letters, send them a little love letter. Like, they will open it up. It says, do you want to be I'm going back 6th grade, 7th grade. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Circle yes or circle no.
All right, but let's get past that. That's 6, 7. I think we all did that at 6.
Yeah, but so what you want me to say? When I was dating, the last time I dated was in 95.
Well, you're telling me I was 6 or 7th grade. So you could tell me, about
95, in 95.
like 90s, now you're
Yeah, 20s, you see somebody at a club, you approach them, you sit and have conversation at the bar.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then you exchange phone numbers, right? You talk on the phone. Because back then I'm talking about beepers, right? So a lot of conversation was being had on the phone, You're talking about hours and hours of conversation, logs and logs and logs of minutes. Back in the day, I used to be like, yo, girl, I have to call you after, I think it was 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, because that's when one of my limited minutes plan started. You know what I mean? So there wasn't all this stuff here. You can pay by the minute back then. So you would have to be like, hey, I'll call you after 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock when all my limited minutes kicked in. And you would call them and be on the phone till 2 or 3 in the morning. You would fall asleep on the phone, and so would she. And then you got to know each other like that, I think today's world is like, you guys get together, there's a couple DMs that are exchanged, a couple text messages, when you guys get in person, you might have a few conversations, but shit, I'm going out to dinner right now, and I see couples on the phone from the time I get there to in dinner to the time I leave. They're on the phones.
Mm-hmm.
Most words they say, the more words they say is like, hey, how is it? Everything's good. Boom, they back on the phones. So what's really happening?
But that's just, I guess it's like, you could tell if it's a first date and they're both on their phone, neither one of them is interested.
Mm-hmm.
Or if one guy's talking and the girl's on the phone, she's not interested.
Mm.
So it's just reading the room. But also you got to be able to tell, at least, I'm not taking shots at nobody, but I could tell when I was dating, like,
You better put that out there. When he was dating.
When I was dating, that
Rich, yeah.
that you could tell what girls are like, oh, this girl's like I only want to go out to get lobster and such.
Man.
You're not the girl kind of like, for me to get down, let's have a good time, let me get to know you. From here we'll go out, we'll have a good time. It's just I'm a fun guy. And I think my dating experience with my girl was fun.
That's what's up.
And it was good. It was good. I'm kind of more, like old school.
That's what's up.
Not that I didn't send DM,
But
it's more,
okay.
more
So-
being able to talk.
So for a young buck, right? When I mean young buck, somebody, I guess, 18, 19, 20, 25, right on there, looking to date. And today, like, what would you tell them? What would be the number one thing you would tell them?
As cliche as it sounds, Be yourself.
Yeah.
As cliche as it sounds, be yourself, man. Don't
try to impress it.
don't try to impress a girl. If you are who you are, and if she likes you for who you are, that's enough. And then from there, it'll take off. If it's that organic, it'll work out.
Mhm.
There's no like, oh, take this girl out to this fancy ass dinner, spend all this money, and because you think that's what she likes. And some girls might take that as offensive too. Oh, why are you taking me out? So I thought you liked this. No, just go have a normal date, talk, get to know somebody.
Right.
And then from there, if it, go, improve to something else, and that is what it is.
That's what's
So
up.
be yourself, men and women. There's the person out there for you for sure.
Be yourself. Be real.
Yeah.
Huh? It's so simple. Real's coming up a lot.
But again, it is, but it isn't that simple. It's easier for us. Easier said than done. But
Yeah.
when you're on the phone and you're looking at all these people that have all this stuff, and you see women that say, "Oh, I don't want to date a man that's less than 5 or less than 6 feet and makes 6 figures." Some people don't have that.
Right. Well, I think those are we're not gonna address that, but I think that's a totally different thing. When if a woman is putting that type of requirements out there, chances are you'll run into that woman 10 years from now, and she'll be single.
Oh, for sure.
No doubt. So,
but I'm saying, like, just because she looks good doesn't mean she's for you, right?
But that helps. You don't want to be dating an ugly person, right? That you're not attracted to.
Not ugly, but someone you're not attracted to.
Yeah. So that's true. That's true. Sorry, I said ugly. Fair. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry. this is Christ. What's going on? If I had that Cuban coffee,
Look at that coffee. Look at that whiskey's making it real good.
that shit has a lot of world on it. My goodness. Hey, so there was I received a picture. I received somebody forwarded me something about Only in Date. This guy is driving a motorcycle. And he's got an AK or
47 in his bag.
he got an 8. You saw that?
Yeah.
He's got an AK-47 strapped on his back. I know we got open carry now, but that's a little too much.
That's a little deep.
Yeah, you overdid it. You went over the top. Come on. If you want to carry a pistol, I get it. I carry a gun. I'm pro guns. So
As am I, but doesn't mean you have to be out showing it to the world.
or I'm not going to bring out my bazooka. You know what I mean? So just like, that's kind of crazy that, we're in that world right now. How do you think that's going to affect us as down here in Florida? I mean, I know it's already in Texas and it's in some other states, but how do you think it's going to affect us down here in Florida? Open carry.
It could, I guess some people would say it would kind of, if someone was thinking of robbing you, let's just say, and now they see you have your gun out, I don't know, they got one wrong, right? Some people may argue that that'd be a fact, but people still try to break into people's houses not knowing what they have. So I think we live in a society where it doesn't even really matter. If they want it, they're going to try to get it regardless. I don't think it's going to change anything. If anything, I think it may get not crazy, but I think, it might be, you have that one guy who's walking around with it out. And the other guy's like, oh, you think you're big and bad because you have your gun out and, and such like that. So could spark some type of altercation. That's how I see it. I don't really see it changing much, honestly.
Okay.
Just us having to adapt to it. And for years, not seeing, guns out. Now you go to Walmart and you see this dude with the AK strapped to his back. Oh, shit.
I haven't seen it yet, but what's today's date? Is it the 30th?
The 30th.
Yeah, it's been 5 days. I haven't seen anybody yet. Just, it doesn't make you bigger and badder. And it doesn't also make you want to start something with someone. So I just hope that it's all about love and peace. You do have the right to bear arms, but just keep that on the low end, and hopefully crime goes down, and hopefully it's for the best, for the better of humanity. It's a pretty scary world that we're living in. So all we want to do is spread love.
No, absolutely.
So
absolutely. It's just definitely something we'll have to get used to. And I might call you, yo, I just saw this dude with
Right.
I got 15 of it. I was supposed to do it. It's good.
I haven't seen it yet. I probably when I do see it, if the person looks approachable, I think I might have a conversation with that person just to have to get the perspective, understand why they want to expose it. I mean,
I think kind of cool.
yeah, just because I like to be talking to everybody, so I just want to see where they're at. Why is it that I wouldn't want to show it,
Yeah, neither would I.
but some people want to show it. So
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I mean, it already makes people uncomfortable as it is.
Right.
Not seeing if someone has one or not, but now seeing it out, people that are anti-guns, they're gonna be like, whoa, what is that?
right.
There might be a lot of calls to the police like, hey, there's a gun. And, it's so definitely something getting used to for sure.
100%, man. So, Elkin, the interest rates, they dropped?
They dropped. Nothing too crazy.
No.
If you're thinking when's the right time to buy a house, anytime's the right time to buy a house.
Mm.
The rates haven't cut so much to where they're going to be anything of significance to a mortgage or anything. But the right time to buy a house is anytime, as long as it's a good deal. As long as the numbers make sense, that's when it's the right time to buy a house.
Okay. Good. I like that. So there wasn't a big significant in the rate drop. Not going to do really anything to the mortgage.
No, not really.
If you're thinking of buying, it's more of the deal that you're going to get.
For sure.
Right? What do you think?
As it's always been.
Yeah.
Not in today's market.
Right.
It's got to make sense. Last episode.
Right. So, what are we to expect? I know there's another rate drop supposed to be coming, 1 or 2.
Yeah. So between maybe closer towards the end of the year, beginning of 2026, for last quarter this year, beginning quarter of next year, you might see some changes.
Okay.
But, we're not giving out any facts of what's going to happen. It's just our perspective on what we think is going to happen.
So I guess the best thing that we could say is be prepared, right? Yeah. If you're thinking of buying and you want to be prepared, the best thing to do is get you qualified. Just give us a call. We'll get you qualified. Well, we won't get you qualified. We have the right people we're going to point you to get you qualified, get you ready. So when those things do happen, you're already approved, ready to go. All we got to do is find the great deal that we're going to get you and put you in that home.
Get you a contract.
Put you in that investment property, put you in your first time home, whatever the case may be. Give us a shout and let us know that you're looking, and then we want to sit down with you and put a plan together to make sure that we get you in that home or in that investment property or that commercial property that you're looking for.
Yeah, you name it, across the board, commercial, residential, income. If you want rent, whatever, we got you guys for sure.
Some people may know that's why
Your hat,
my South Carolina hat. So,
tell us about it.
yeah, it's
Tell the people.
to other people. We have some short-term rentals in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
We have some commercial property in South Carolina. And why did we pick South Carolina? Because we used to have a document destruction division in South Carolina. Went into that area, fell in love with the area. We're on a big lake out there. It's more like an ocean.
Yeah.
And we liked the area so much that we started investing in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just local here in Florida. We also go out of state where we feel it's needed. So I think it's the best way to build wealth and build legacy.
Yeah. So South Carolina is such a great place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You just had your baby moon there.
Yeah. Yeah. A few years ago, I almost wanted to move there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, I got caught in one of those ones. Like, man, I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
now-
hard. It's hard when you compare what you get over there to what you get here.
Yeah. I mean, as far as seasons, it's almost like Florida over there.
Mm-hmm.
But just the way of life is just different. Everything is so slow pace over there, where everything here is just fast.
Yeah, but I also was talking about, what you get here for $500,000 compared to what you get in South Carolina for $500,000.
Now that's a complete, that's definitely what you get in South Carolina for 500,000. Down here is 900,000 to $1 million.
All right, perfect, man. So we are gonna wrap this up as we are getting better. We're flowing. Be patient with us. Look for our next episode with a guest, with our guest to be on.
Mm-hmm.
We're growing as individuals. We'll keep the contact coming. Let us know how we did about this content. Let us know any topics that we need to.
If we missed anything, anything you guys want us to discuss,
Right.
um,
They will get interesting. They will get.
that's what I'm saying. Anything that you think we might, we could have a debate on. He might see it one way, I might see it another. We're okay with like talking, debating.
I don't know. You might see me walk off the damn set because sometimes we get into it as father and son.
Mm-hmm.
We have our differences. That's the reason it's 2 generations deep.
Right.
So we do get into it, and I don't agree with what he's saying or doing, and he doesn't agree with what I'm saying or doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we challenge each other.
But it keeps it
saucy.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes.
Keeps it sizzling.
So I wish we could have a camera recording us sometimes, all the time, because we get into some shit, so, but,
we definitely blow up real quick.
we try our best to kind of bring that here, which is why we started this whole thing to just talk about our, have our conversations just on camera now. We could show the world.
Keep it authentic.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Keep supporting us. Working.
Guys, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, 2 generations deep. Again, my name is Elkin.
And I'm Elkin.
And then we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in.
God bless. Peace.